Another a little tool of the trade that I like to use, and I don't get too hung up on wine paraphernalia, but I really do like decanters. Firstly, they look fantastic on a table. Okay, they always add a bit of class to dinner. And then secondly, they really do help to improve the flavour and taste of the wine as well. And they do that in two different ways. Firstly, decanters were originally used to assist with removing sediment from the bottle, and often with red wines, especially higher end red wines that hadn't had much filtration, they do throw a sediment in the bottle. So the idea was that you gradually tip the wine into the decanter and then you stopped just before the sediment started to come through. So that was one of the original reasons to use decanters. These days most wines are filtered to some degree, and the main reason I like to use a decanter is because it really enhances the flavour of the wine. And it does that because when you tip the wine into the decanter, it exposes that wine to a lot of extra air, and by doing that there's all sorts of little reactions that take place, but the guts of it is that it releases more aroma, and in the case of red wines especially, it makes the wine taste a bit softer. So one of my favourite decanters is the ship's decanter right here, and I'll show you how the wine pours into this decanter and something that's just a little bit special about it. You can see as the wine gets poured into this special ship's decanter how the wine travels down the inside surface of the decanter right the way around. It's quite a cool little design, and consequently we get much more exposure to the air, which is great for robust red wines. That'll make a big difference to this wine. Another useful tool of the trade, though I must say that the need for it's diminishing a bit, is the corkscrew. Okay, now there's loads of different corkscrews. People have invented all sorts of contraptions to get corks out of bottles, but once again I believe in simple solutions, and I think probably the most important thing is that there's two different types of screw, if you like, that you can use to get your cork out of your bottle. One is a screw like this one here, which is just like the thread on a screw that you would use at home to screw something into a wall. The problem is that with a screw like that, when you put it into a cork, and often when you go to pull it out, all it does is it pulls out a hole of cork through the middle of the cork where the screw was. Just like if you put a screw into jib board and then pull the screw out, you'll be left with a hole in the jib board. The best solution, regardless of the design of the contraption, is the helix corkscrew. So that's your traditional kind of spiral shape, and that gets a lot of grip inside the cork and makes it much more effective to pull out. So regardless of, once again, of the design, this is a really popular design called a waiter's friend, which is a really good all-purpose corkscrew. The main thing is avoid the screw like that, and go for something with the helix. You'll find it's a lot better. And then finally, I just want to give you a bit of a tip as we're talking about wines with cork. They're becoming fewer and far between as the trend to screw cap continues. So there's nothing too flash about opening a corkscrew. Opening a screw cap. But one thing I will tell you is that often it's very difficult, or can be difficult, especially for some people, to open a screw cap like this, where you're just holding the screw cap in your top and you're trying to twist it. What I suggest you do is you grab the whole thing in your hand, the whole screw cap, and hold it tight, and then just turn the bottle, and then the torque from all the bottle does all the work. And it's very simple to open a screw cap that way. Just to hold the whole thing in your hand and turn the bottle, make the bottle do all the work. So that's my tip du jour for opening a screw cap bottle of wine.